All right, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job. And so what?
I didn't get
we
into
didn't
the
really.
stats
Well,
too
we didn't
much,
get
but-
in. That's all right. Don't worry about the stats. But we didn't. The one thing
And about rehab.
Yeah, rehab. So let's
state of
talk about
rehab.
that a little bit, because that's a big. Yeah, it's too bad we didn't have time.
I
to
think
do that.
one of the big issues, and that kind of...
And we're talking about now about the Riviera rehab.
yeah,
the series.
and I read the articles and that, but I think it is really a significant problem in that the drug rehabilitation was for many years a product of the criminal justice system and the innovations that came out of that. And what's happened is that as we've minimized the violations per se, the consequences, and what has opened the door is, and there are a lot of reasons, a lot of legal reasons I don't want to go into, but in effect, we've kind of outsourced into the local community the concept of rehabilitation. And we've made it in a way that it appears to be easy and effective, but as Todd, it is a lifelong issue for someone who has been an addict for many years, and all of a sudden they are now confronted with recovery. And I'm a real proponent that when it comes to recovery, it has to be structured. There's a medication component, there's a medical component, there's a cognitive therapy component. There are all kinds of different aspects to it. And what you're getting is unregulated centers in the so-called rehab industry, and that's impacting communities because
I'm sorry.
local communities that are having to deal with the collateral consequences, which is that it becomes an insurance-driven business, primarily Obamacare and others mandating insurance for that, without really, what I experienced was looking at each individual, developing a program, creating a system of rewards and consequences that led to successful recovery. I'd recommend in the future to really bring on experts such as sitting Superior Court judges.
Well, I kind of like the retired judges, but you know, no,
who are working in that collaborative courts.
Well,
that
I think
have
that's going to be a whole
veterans court and community court. Dealing with mental
I think
health
a whole nother show
addiction.
is going to be this Rehab Riviera. It's a term that the
they
Register
would be a
coined.
very
The Orange
good
County
source.
Register just did, I thought, an outstanding series.
Yeah, I did too.
Where these rehab centers that you're talking about are, like you say, health care money and all that, insurance dollars, and they're rather than really helping these people with their problem, they're enabling that problem, and they're just these addicts go from one center to another, and the center collects the insurance money, and it's a racket.
Yeah, not only, but the primary problem with that is it's literally the Wild West, because there's not sufficient oversight and regulation. There's nothing wrong, and I'm not indicting any program that seeks recovery. The problem is that the programs that the courts rely on are programs that are regulated by the state, that they have standards, they have best practices in terms of treatment, whereas you get these programs that talked about in the Orange County Register that are, in many instances, not regulated, marketing driven. And
well, they talk about ocean views. You go there, you know, and of course, the movie stars use these things and pay huge bucks.
Yeah, again, I don't think you can make any single indictment of any program, but I think you have to look with some degree of caution in terms of what the program is offering. Because as Marinovich, as Todd told us, recovery is the hard work, and any addict who is willing to recover For example, in the drug court program, it took 18 months, and it's intensive, hard work, because literally the person has to find themselves, remake themselves.
Well, Judge, thanks so much for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll revisit this topic.
Okay.
But anyways, all right.
You
Thanks
got
much.
me on
Yeah,
topic
take care.
here.